Easter to you at home from my backyard. My name is Ann, and I serve as the children's pastor at River Point Church. And we have something special for your family to experience today. Hey, this Easter is different from any other Easter we've ever had. And some of us have all kinds of feelings about today. Some of you might be really happy and excited about celebrating together today at your home. And some of you might feel scared or lonely. And some of you might feel disappointed because you can't do what you normally do for Easter. For me, it's my very first Easter in 45 years to celebrate at home. I want you to know that all of your feelings are okay. Jesus says that He is your friend. And He says and tells us to cast or to give all of our cares to Him because He cares for you. Well, today we want to help your family have a fun experience together today. This experience is about 20 minutes long, and you're going to need a few things. You're going to need some Peeps marshmallows, or just regular marshmallows will be fine, some toothpicks, some socks, and a laundry basket. All of that will make sense in just a few minutes. For some of you, you might be hearing about what Easter is about for the very first time. How great is that? For others of us, we know what Easter's about, and we're just being reminded and celebrating together. So wherever you fall, or maybe you've never even been to River Point Church before, that is so great. Hey, I invite you to enjoy the next 20 minutes with us. I can't wait to see you again or meet you for the first time. I want you to know that RPC is here for your family at www.rpc.me. You'll find ways to connect with one another, ways to connect to our staff. You can find ways that your family can help during this time. Or listen, if you're going through something, there is a real person who wants to pray for you. You can get on and email us at prayer@rpc.me, and we want to pray for you. So grab your family and grab a few supplies and enjoy the next 20 minutes together as we celebrate Easter.
What's up, 4th and 5th grade? It's Miss Anna. Welcome to my house. This is my wall. I'm so excited that you guys are here. We're filming from my house today because we are staying safe. We're not meeting together. We're washing hands and we're staying clean. So I'm so glad that you're joining me this morning. This morning is a super special day because that's right, it's Easter. Happy Easter to all of you guys. Today's gonna be a little bit different than normal. We're not gonna watch the So-and-So show today. Today, we are going to do something with our whole family, with mom, with dad, with our brothers, with our sisters, with our grandparents, whoever's there with you. We're gonna do something all together. So I'm so excited that you'll get to do that. We are gonna do 3 big things together. We're gonna hear a story about Jesus today. We are going to worship today together, and we're going to play some really fun games all together today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful time, this brand new experience, hanging out with your whole family, hearing the gospel today, and I'm so excited for you. But I also want to let you know a couple of shout outs. There's 2 shout outs. Shout out number 1 is happy birthday to everybody in April. So if you have a birthday in April, happy birthday. I'm so sad that we aren't together, but as soon as we come back, you'll all get to come on stage and get some prizes and get to hang out all together. So I'm so pumped about that. Shout out number 2 is offering. We are still doing offering, and offering is just a big word that says, hey, we're going to give our money to God and He's going to do something awesome with that, okay? So we're going to give offering, and we're going to give it online. So mom and dad can help you figure out how to do that this morning. Okay, so I want you guys to watch this new show all together, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Happy Easter.
Okay, hear me out. There are only 2 kinds of people in the world. People who love these things, and people like me. I just don't get it. How do you eat something that is this cute and grainy? Now let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you love to eat these things, and a thumbs down if you don't. Okay. There are a lot of different opinions out there. But no matter how you feel about eating Peeps, you're gonna love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest Peeps jousting competition of all time. I'm gonna explain how it works, and then I'll tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 Peeps and assign them to a team. Now, if you don't have any Peeps, no worries at all. Big marshmallows like this one will work just as well. Now, Team A gets Peep A, Team B gets Peep B. You can come up with cooler names like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. You can also use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your peeps to give them some personality. Maybe you can draw a mustache on your peep, or give them some mean eyebrows or a fancy outfit. Just let your creative juices flow. Next, you need to prepare your peeps for battle. Take a toothpick and stick it into the front of each peep, just like that. Now you can think of the toothpick as a jouster, a lightsaber, or a sword. It just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. Make sure the toothpick is facing forward and toward the other peep. Now you're gonna place the two combatants on a microwave plate. No social distancing is necessary. You want the peeps to be as close together and facing one another. And finally, time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer to 45 seconds. You won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance until the peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other peep first, that peep wins. Now, as soon as this happens, you're gonna wanna stop the microwave. Trust me on this one. Stop the microwave. Okay, it's time to settle this thing. And don't forget to snap a pic of that photo finish. It's go time. Press pause now, and I'll wait here. How did it go? Who won? I want pictures. You can post them with the hashtag EasterJam2020. Now, I have to admit, this was a lot more fun than I thought. And also, this happened. Jeez. All right, you ready for another game? For this one, you need a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. Clean or dirty, doesn't matter, as long as they have a match. Now, if you need to, go grab those things now. Press pause. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I'll explain the rest. Got your basket and socks? Great. Now, choose 2 people to play. You'll also need 2 people to be scorekeepers. And to get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room. Don't worry, those socks will make their way back to the basket real soon. Then, place the basket on the other side. Now when I say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile, and find the matching one. You'll roll the socks together in the shape of a ball, or like an Easter egg, and then toss them. Just like that, across the room into the laundry or Easter basket. Now the player with the most socks or eggs in the basket at the end of the timer wins. If you don't have scorekeepers to help you count, you have to keep up with that number on your own. So that means everybody's on the honor system, all right? Parents, I'm looking at you. Okay, now if you need to, press pause now and get everything and everyone in position for the game. I'll wait here. Everybody ready? Great. We're putting a countdown timer on the screen right now, and this Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, families, come back over here. Come on back. Who won? Okay, that was wild. And whoever won gets socks. Okay, just kidding. But adults, make sure whoever won the challenge gets a special treat today.
across the empty grave. Life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. Oh, what a glorious day, what a glorious way. You have saved me, and oh, what a glorious day, what a glorious name. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of John, chapters 18 through 20.
For months, the Jewish religious leaders had been making plans to silence Jesus. The things he said and did challenged the way they had always lived. He was upsetting the world as they knew it.
It is better if one man dies for the people than if the whole nation is destroyed.
Then, one of Jesus' closest friends, Judas, betrayed to the religious leaders where Jesus would be praying after the Passover meal. The leaders sent soldiers to arrest Jesus, and he allowed the mob to take him.
Do you think I can't ask my Father for help? He would send an army of angels. But then how would the scriptures come true? They say it must happen in this way.
As Jesus was tied up and led away, Jesus' closest friends scattered, though Peter and John followed at a distance. What was it like for them? Try to imagine for a minute that you're Peter. Only hours before, Jesus told you,
Before the rooster crows, you will say 3 times that you don't know me.
And you, Peter, protested that you would die before deserting. But now Jesus has been arrested, and if you get too close, they might take you too. So you trail along like a stray dog as soldiers haul Jesus inside the home of the high priest.
What's happening in there?
The servant at the door frowns as she peers at you.
You aren't one of Jesus' disciples, are you?
I am not.
You're ashamed to lie, but what good will you be to Jesus if you get arrested too? You huddle close to the fire in the courtyard as voices float through a high-up window.
What's this foolishness you've been teaching?
I didn't say anything in secret. Ask the people who heard me. They certainly know what I said.
You feel sick. Now they've taken Jesus. You know nothing will stop them. Someone else asks whether you're one of Jesus' followers, and you snap.
No, I'm not.
Minutes later, another man asks whether he saw you in Gethsemane with Jesus. Your stomach churns.
Nope, not me.
You realize you have denied Jesus 3 times, just as he said, and all you can do is stagger to your feet and run away, weeping. Now, imagine you're John instead of Peter. Somewhere in the chaos, you've lost Peter. So when soldiers haul Jesus away to the Roman governor, all you can do is follow, alone. From the back of the crowd, you witness the terrible drama as the governor Pilate brings Jesus out.
What charges are you bringing against this man?
He has committed crimes.
Pilate takes Jesus away for questioning. You can only pray that he sees through all the lies and stops this madness. You're horrified when Pilate brought Jesus out again, battered and bruised.
I find no basis for a charge against him.
No, crucify him!
Crucify him!
Pilate hands Jesus over to the soldiers who force him to carry the heavy beams of his own rough cross. You know where they are going.
Golgotha.
It's a hill outside the city. As in a bad dream, you force yourself to follow. Along the dusty road, you find Jesus' mother, Mary, her sister, and Mary Magdalene. None of you can speak. You arrive at Golgotha in time to see soldiers nail Jesus to the wooden bars with heavy spikes and raise the cross up high. You strain your eyes to read the sign placed above Jesus' head.
King of the Jews.
You nearly choke on dust and grit. You've seen Jesus do amazing, powerful things, and yet he's allowed himself to be taken and battered. You glance over and see Mary sobbing, so you place your hand on her shoulder. When you look back up, you see Jesus watching his mother through the pain in his eyes.
Dear woman, here is your son.
Jesus looks directly at you, eyes filled with love.
Here is your mother.
Yes, Lord.
You are overwhelmed to know that Jesus trusts you to take care of his own mother. But the terrible truth sinks in. Jesus knows that he will die. He's planning on it, just as he's been saying for weeks. A short time later, you see him lift his gaze to heaven.
It is finished.
Then he bows his head, and you can see the life leave his body. All the air seems to leave your own lungs too. You thought Jesus was God's chosen one. How can he be dead? Now, as we move ahead, imagine you're Mary Magdalene, one of Jesus' close followers. Unlike so many others, you've dared to stay there, at the cross. And once Jesus is dead, you dare to follow the men who take his body for burial, Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus.
A garden tomb.
The evening has faded, and it's now the Sabbath. You want to honor Jesus by anointing his body with spices, but it will have to wait until the Sabbath is over. So you stay hidden indoors until early Sunday morning, then you make your way through the dark streets.
The stone. What will I do about the stone?
As you arrive, you recall that a heavy stone was rolled to block the entrance of the tomb, but now...
It's gone!
You gasp as you peer inside the tomb. Gray light reveals.
It's empty!
Heart pounding, you race back through the streets to the home where the disciples are staying.
They have taken the Lord out of the tomb. We don't know where they have put him.
You can see the shock in Peter's face. John gapes, and then they both begin to run to see for themselves. At a loss, you follow slowly, weighed down with exhaustion and confusion. When you reach the garden, you see Peter and John ahead, trying to make sense of it. You hang back as they leave again.
What more is there to say?
As the first rays of dawn light up the garden, you reach the tomb. Tears spill down your face as you bend to look inside once more. 2 figures in radiant white sit where Jesus' body lay. You can't even begin to think what this means.
Woman, why are you crying?
They have taken my Lord away. I don't know where they've put him.
You turn away to catch your breath and find another man standing right there. At first you think Peter or John has returned, but it's not one of them. Maybe it's a gardener.
Woman, why are you crying? Who are you looking for?
Sir, did you carry him away? Tell me where you put him, then I will go and get him.
Mary.
The moment he speaks your name, you see, you understand. It's Jesus.
Teacher.
You fling yourself at his feet because there isn't anything else you can do. Gently, he touches your shoulder.
Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me. Tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God.
You rise to your feet, still weeping, but your tears are full of joy. You start to run again because you can't wait 1 second more to deliver the news.
I have seen the Lord.
Jesus chose to face death for those he loved, and now he's defeated it. Jesus is alive. It's the best news ever for everyone across all time.
Hey guys, I hope you had a wonderful story this morning and you learned something new about Jesus that you didn't know before. So I'm so glad that you guys got to do that and got to hang out with your families while you did it. Happy Easter to y'all. I'll see you so soon, and I hope you guys have a fun-filled day full of just traditions and fun stuff you guys do on Easter. I'll see you soon. Bye.